old people in the political space. They believe the proposed clause titled Too Old to Run will help weed out frail and aging minds and pave the way for a more vibrant and youthful ones into the country's public space. This was part of the submissions made at the just concluded public hearing on the review of the 1999 Constitution held in Asaba Delta State Center for the South Zone on Tuesday. The Delta State Chapter Chairman of NYCN, Comrade Collins Enebra, who made the submission, noted that beyond age barrier, there is constraint of resources on the side of the youth, which makes it even more difficult to the youth to find a voice.
We are also aware that the establishment of the Not Too Young to Run law is there. We are also advocating that in as much as we've been giving a certain target of age, within an age bracket to contest the elections, we do not have the financial muscles to muzzle out our elders as it stands. Therefore, we are also acknowledging and advocating in the system while we have gotten that not too young to run, we should also have too old to run. That law, we need it. So that targeting, especially the presidency, we do not want anybody above 65 to run for president.
Speaking exclusively to KUFM in Asaba, the senator representing Edo South Senatorial District, pharmacist Matthew Rogide, expressed satisfaction at the exercise and expressed hope that all the submissions and memoranda will be duly attended to by the lawmakers.
Well, first, what we are taking away is all the submissions, the memoranda that have been submitted. We are taking it to, the main committee of the Senate, that is charged with the responsibility of, putting all the inputs across, across the Federation, to the document that will be considered by the Senate, Virtually all the issues canvassed fall within the 16, thematic, issues that were raised, that the Senate Committee on Constitutional Review, has earmarked. So we are going to put all of them in place, and I believe, by the grace of God, the document that will come out will probably meet, the aspiration of a greater majority of our people.
The South Zone hearing began on Wednesday and ended on Thursday. Also present at the exercise were the chairman of the committee, Senator James Manager of Delta State, Senator Seriake Dixon and Senator Degi Remeyo, as well as representatives of civil society groups, NGOs, women groups, and various ethnic nationalities within the region. Elsewhere, the Comptroller General, Nigeria Immigration Service, NIS, Mohammed Babandidi, says the service has increased its production capacity to meet the May 31st deadline set to clear a backlog of passport applications. Babandidi announced this while briefing newsmen on the NIS passport reforms and recruitment exercise on Thursday in Abuja. He said that the passport production centers across the country were working round the clock to clear the backlogs before the commencement of the new passport regime on the 1st of June. NIS boss also gave assurance that the service had enough booklets, adding that a total of 23,903 passports were currently awaiting collection by the applicants. According to him, more than 35,000 passports had been produced in the last few days, with about 22,840 collected, 23,903 not collected, and 28 damaged. Babandidi assured applicants that the more than 100,000 pending applications would be attended to before the deadline of May 31st. He also said that all passport collection centers will be opened from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily for applicants. He warned that any officer involved in passport racketeering will be dealt with going forward, adding that the erring officers were partly responsible for the uncollected passports. As part of efforts to celebrate Children's Day on May 27th, 92.7 KUFM had a special session for some children on its morning drive where they presented programs and read the news on air. The radio station had special shows and initiatives for children to celebrate their day. The children expressed happiness about the gesture, while their parents commended the station for its quality content and praised them for their children's program, Kiddies Playground, on its morning drive. Lebedo Masakwaram tells us more.
Welcome back from the KFM 92.7 Breakfast Show. Me here are some friends. We're here because of the Children's program for today. So my name is Ashiduke Machi Eunice. Here, my friends. So what is your name?
My name is Ayaba Joseph.
What's yours?
Sachi Moses.
And
Ayaba Precious.
The children who were in the studio of KU 92.7 FM joined on-air personality Goslov Orlando, where they discuss about their future ambition.
Mathematician. Because
becoming downstairs. Relax. You want to be a mathematician and you want to be a doctor. Choose one.
They also read the news with the station's newscaster Benjamin Kadri.
A private judge hired to oversee the case ruled in Pete's favor. The ruling will significantly increase his time with his children. I am Precious, however. Now to you, Joseph, for sports.
And in sports, Super Eagles winger Samuel Chukwueze Villarreal have won this season's UEFA European League after defeating Manchester United 11-10 on penalties in Wednesday's final. I am Joseph Ayava. Back to you, Benjamin Kadiri.
The children say they are grateful to the station for using their platform to celebrate them on their day.
My name is Ashley K. Eunice. It was so wonderful for me. I didn't actually expect to come here, but it was the time I heard on KUFM radio that they are going to do Children's Day, so I was so happy to come.
My name is Precious Ayeva. It was fun. KUFM, I loved the show. It was fun. I really enjoyed it.
Meanwhile, parents of the children hailed the station for the program content, especially Eat Kiddies program, which they say is a delight to most families.
My name is Mrs. Rejoice Aluge. I also encourage parents to encourage their children to read more, and also don't shy away from bringing them in something like this to take part of it, and also to participate in Kiddies Playground. It makes them to be more exposed and more confident for themselves.
Okay, my name is Mrs. Achilike Chiko Denaka Faith. I came here with my kids. I'm happy that I brought them here to participate, and I'm happy seeing them participating.
Children's Day is annually observed in Nigeria on May 27th. The holiday is celebrated by government and non-governmental organizations. Children from primary and secondary schools usually have a day off. Children's Day is observed with numerous parades organized by schools where children compete with each other. On this day, children usually have an opportunity to do jobs that adults would normally do. Observance of Children's Day in Nigeria is aimed to raise public awareness of the problem that children face. About 42% of Nigerian population are children, and 1/3 of children aged from 6 to 14 don't go to schools. Lebedum, Asagwaram, KUFM News.
The police command in Bayelsa on Thursday confirmed the release of Peter Igbifa, president of Ijoy Youth Council, who went missing on Tuesday while traveling to Abuja. Igbifa was on his way to Abuja on May the 25th for a scheduled meeting with the coordinator of the Presidential Amnesty Office, retired Colonel Milan Dikio, when the incident happened. There was, however, uncertainty over the whereabouts of Igbifa, as there were conflicting reports which claimed that he was abducted, whereas others said he was missing. The spokesman for the police in Bayelsa, SP Asenim Butswat, however, in a statement on Thursday in Yenagua, confirmed that he was abducted by suspected kidnappers. The president of the Ijoy Youth Council, Peter Igbifa, was released by his abductors on May 26th at Kaima, Kolokuma local government area of Bayelsa. Still staying with the Youth Council, Niger Delta youths under the aegis of Ijoy Youth Council worldwide, Akwa Ibom State Chapter, have shut down the state office of the Niger Delta Development Commission in protest against the non-reconstitution of the commission's board after 6 months. The youth lamented that the current interim board of the commission has overstayed, stressing that a substantive board of NDDC should be inaugurated immediately to pilot the affairs of the Niger Delta. The protesters, numbering over 500, carried placards with various inscriptions, embarked on a peaceful protest in Uyo on Thursday. Convener of the protest, Comrade Urang Solomon King, asked the federal government never to remit $1.6 billion to NDDC until a new board was duly constituted in line with the Constitution. Coming up shortly after this break, President Buhari names Major General Farouk Yahaya as new Army Chief. Stay with us, please. Welcome back. President Muhammadu Buhari has named Major General Farouk Yahaya as the new Chief of Army Staff. Yahaya, a Major General, will replace the deceased Atahiru Ibrahim with immediate effect. Prior to his appointment, Major General Yahaya was the General Officer commanding one division of the Nigerian Army and the theater commander of a military counter-terrorism unit in the northeast. Yahaya's appointment comes 6 days after his predecessor, Lieutenant General Ibrahim Atahiru, and 10 other military personnel died in an air crash while on an official trip to Kaduna State. In a related development, President Muhammadu Buhari on Thursday appointed Bashir Mohammed as the new Director General of the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons. Mohammed will take over from Iman Suleiman, who will also take over from him as the Federal Commissioner for the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons. The senior special assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, disclosed this in a statement on Thursday. Coming up in a moment on our business news, NNPC records 578.79 billion naira revenue, 54 pipeline breaches. Do stay with us, please. Welcome back. You're still on to News Dawn on 92.7 KUFM Benin City. And straight to business now, where the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, has released its February financial and operations report indicating 578.79 billion naira generated revenue. The national oil company also recorded 54 pipeline breaches. The NNPC, in a statement on Thursday, also disclosed a 39.85 billion naira trading surplus for February, representing an increase of 314.24% from the 9.62 billion naira surplus it recorded in January 2021. According to the report, expenditure for the month increased by 29.21% or 121.83 billion naira to stand at 538.94 billion naira. The expenditure for the month as a proportion of revenue was 0.93% as against 0.98% the previous month. NNPC attributed the increase in trading surplus to reconciled accounts by the corporation's downstream subsidiary, the Petroleum Product Marketing Company, using the Petroleum Products Pricing Regulatory Agency pricing template. Conversely, during the period under review, 54 pipeline points were vandalized, representing a 50% increase from the 27 points recorded in January 2021. The Wari area accounted for 50% and Mosimi area accounted for 39% of the vandalized points, while Kaduna and Port Harcourt areas accounted for 7% and 4% respectively. In the period under review, the corporation supplied a total of 1.41 billion litres of premium motor spirits, translating to 50.52 million litres per day. And that's it on business. Over now to sports, where Grasshopper Football Club appoints Sheyi Olofinjana as technical director. More to come on our sports bulletin shortly. Newly promoted Switzerland Super League club, Grasshopper FC, have appointed former Nigerian midfielder Sheyi Olofinjana as the new technical director. The 40-year-old was most recently a loan manager at Wolverhampton Wanderers, where he played for 4 seasons between 2004 and 2008. Olofinjana will take over the position with immediate effect from Jimmy Berisha and will be responsible for sports, while Berisha steps back to his role as managing director. He made 56 appearances for Nigeria and helped the Super Eagles to 3rd place at the 2010 African Cup of Nations in Angola. The former Stoke City star has 2 master's degrees as sports director and project manager. He will arrive in Zurich in the next few days, and the first thing that will be dealt with is the appointment of a new head coach. And finally, in sports, defending champion Rafael Nadal could meet Novak Djokovic in the French Open semi-finals after the pair landed in the same half of the men's draw in Paris on Thursday. The 34-year-old is a record 13-time champion at Roland Garros, but is seeded 3rd behind Djokovic and Dani Medvedev. Swiss 8-seed Roger Federer has also been drawn in the same half as Nadal and Djokovic. The Spaniard starts against Australia's Alexei Popyrin, while Serbia's Djokovic plays American Tennis Sangren. Federer, aged 39, returns to the Paris clay after missing last year's tournament through injury and will face a qualifier in his opening match. In the women's draw for the competition that starts on Sunday, Australian world number 1 Ashley Barty faces 70th ranked American Bernarda Pera. Serena Williams, bidding for a record-equaling 24th Grand Slam singles title, starts against world number 74 Irina Camelia Begu. Japanese second seed Naomi Osaka, who says she will not speak to the media during the tournament, will play against Romania's Patricia Maria Tig. Polish teenager Iga Swiatek opens her defense of the title against her close friend Kaja Juvan of Slovenia, while last year's runner-up Sofia Kenin faces 2017 champion Helena Ostapenko. The draws for the men's and women's doubles will take place on Sunday. And that's it on sports. And with that sports story, we come to the end of our package this morning. But before we leave, a quick recap of the headlines. Governor Obaseki has set up a special intervention team for Ambrose Ali University. A youth body has called for the introduction of too old to run clause in the Nigerian Constitution. And the Nigeria Immigration Service has increased its passport production capacity. Do remember that the continued unity of Nigeria is a collective responsibility. Be sure to play your part. Do not forget you can listen to us from anywhere in the world by visiting our website at www.kufm.net, or you can download our mobile app from the Google Play Store. We're also live on YouTube at KUFM Nigeria. KUFM News Dawn was produced by Nosahai Wadiai. I am Charles, Upper Room, saying thanks for listening and good morning.
92.7 KUFM News. Concise.